Good evening, Pixal here, and I'm going to share with you just a basic introduction to Spider Solitaire. First of all, I have a game dealt, but let's look at the options. Um, you can play at beginner, which has one suit of cards, like it'll just have all diamonds. You can play at intermediate, which has two suits of cards, so you might have diamonds and spades. You can play advanced, which has four suits, which is all of them, of course. And when you first start out, you might want to start a beginner or intermediate, but the real challenge of this game is playing on advanced, and that's the fun part of playing on this game. So, personally, I think if you're running around 50% on your win percentage, that's pretty good for advanced, I think. Um, I actually just cleared this. I used to have over 1,000 games played on here, and I was sitting around 53%. Could probably be a tiny bit higher, but I might be up maybe close to 60. But oftentimes I'll, instead of going back, I'll just end the game. So I'm going to show you a little basic moves. When you begin playing, I think personally the most important part of this game is to dig. And by dig, what I mean is that all the red cards back here, you need to dig into those as much as you possibly can. It doesn't matter if you put hearts on top of diamonds or spades on top of diamonds. You just need to dig, and you need to see more cards. The more cards you see, the higher chance of winning. Now, I'm going to turn the sounds off here because those sounds are freaking loud. I mean, ideally you want to put diamonds on diamonds, but in this situation right now, I have no same suit that can stack on each other. So what I'll do is I'll just start stacking. And the second rule that I usually follow is to start at the highest card. So the highest card here is a queen. So I want to start at a queen and work my way down. So I do not want to start here and put the 2 on top of the 3. And the reason that I do that is because as I'm stacking these cards, I might open up, see like this right here, I just opened up a heart that can now go, another heart can go on top of it. So that's where I want to be. And when you start at the bottom doing that, oftentimes you'll open up something that you can't stack. So if I put that 2, or let's say I put the 5 on the 6, then if I open up a 7 of hearts, then now the 6 can't go there. And you say, well, but Pixel, I can just go back and redo it or something. Yeah, you can. But if you are interested in your score, which is down here kind of underneath the little red cards, right now I have a score of 492. If you are interested in having a higher score, your score is based on how many moves you make. So the fewer moves you make to win the game, the higher your score is going to be. So that's why I do it from large to small, just for score. I'm not a big, crazy, ridiculous, obsessed with score, but every now and then I'll kind of take a peek at it. So, for instance, we're just going to start stacking here. So I'm going to stack the 10, I'm going to stack the 9, and what I like to do, my third rule is that I create what I call a crap pile. So here I have all these mixed suits. I have spade to club to diamond to club, and what I prefer to do, I don't want to put this over here on the hearts. I want to keep those pure, and so that way I can move them all. Okay, so I usually have a crap pile somewhere built, so I just keep stacking and stacking and stacking and stacking, and it's basically like just a trash corner where you just stick all the stuff that you'll deal with later. So now I have matching, so I will go ahead and place that there. The fourth rule that I will say is that whenever I have the opportunity, I'm going to go back here. Whenever I have the opportunity, I have opportunity to place the 2 here, or I have opportunity to place the 2 here. And I will always put it on the lowest pile. So this pile has, when I say lowest, I mean the pile with the fewest amount of cards in it. And the reason you want to do that is because if you put it here on this one, then you have 4 cards underneath that to dig through. Okay, and so for instance, now if I put this here, I can't. Well, let's pretend that's not there. let's go back and do this. So if I do this, now I can't move the 3 and the 2. So what you want to do, one of the most important things, is to eliminate piles. So the more piles that you can eliminate and clear up and have a free space to move kings, the better, or whatever. But the more spaces you have, basically I'm trying to get to 2 empty spaces. So I want 2 empty piles here. So I have just nothing there. I just have a blank space, and then it lets me move around. I feel like if I can get 3 empty piles in the game, at some point in the game, then I will win. I will find a way to win if I can get 3 empty piles. If I get 2 empty piles, I'm gonna need a little fortune with the cards, but it's manageable. I'll say at that point it's probably about a 60 to 70% chance that you can pull off the win. So anyway, I'm going to put that there, and then that way I'm trying to dig a hole. So anytime I can dig a hole, the better. And so if you'll notice at the start of the game, if we go all the way back here to the start of the game, you'll notice that these pile of cards right here, they have, from here over, they have 4 cards underneath them. Okay, but from this 9 of clubs over this direction to the 5, they have 5 cards underneath. And that's important. That's actually crucial to winning. So what you want to do, if at all possible, is these 5 from here to here, you want to try to dig in those and get those empty, because you only have 4 cards to go through to get to an empty pile, versus over here on these you have 5 cards to go through. So it's not always the case, but if you're given an opportunity, and I have a card here, let's say I have a 6 of hearts here, and let's pretend that's the 6 of hearts, I always want to keep this one as the one that I can move. So if I have 2 6s, I want to put, say, the 5, this 5 on the 6 over here, so I can keep this one open. So that's what I'm going to try to do. So those are some beginner rules, and I'll actually try to finish this game in the next video, and I'll catch you then. Thanks for watching. This has been Pixel. Take care.